Ichi, I have a question to ask you.
Uh-huh.
How long did it take to assemble your Millennium Puzzle?
Oh, yeah, that. So the fun thing about that is it purposefully does not come with instructions, so you literally have to assemble it blind. And it took me about 5.5 hours, which involved a lot of screaming.
Okay, well, according to the wiki on Yu-Gi-Oh, apparently it took Yugi 8 years to assemble the Millennium Puzzle.
No fucking way.
So you're definitely way faster at it than him, which makes you a better king of games.
Yeah, and Kamen needed a fucking space elevator.
Fuck you, Kaiba.
Anyway, speaking of nostalgia, cue the roll call!
We're live!
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect!
Show running super savant.
Level up!
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, UltraGuard.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014. Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome, everyone, to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 511.
Is it episode Pan Sage? No fucking way.
No, it's P-Dove.
Is it?
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Gar's like,
No. Episode Pokemon 511 is Pansage.
All right, my favorite of the elemental monkeys.
P-Dove was a couple episodes. No, it wasn't.
The funny broccoli monkey.
What number?
I've been
What number is
waiting for
P-Dove?
Yeah, which one's P-Dove?
What number is P-Dove?
P-Dove is 519.
Okay, so we're almost there. 8 episodes away.
Oh, so really?
Yes.
He's after the monkeys?
I think Agar's is confused because like P-Dove's the starter bird.
And those are usually early in the dexes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the monkeys. They may not be meta, but they're adorable.
I love Pan Sage and Simi Sage.
He's got pan pants.
Like the water one looks like he's fucking high.
Which is weird because
like
he's
the
not
water
the one
ones.
that looks like he could be made of weed.
Right?
I don't like the water
Pan
one.
Sage is my favorite. No, they're not. They're awesome. I love them. Fuck you. I love the monkeys. I like these more than the starters, honestly.
Kind of.
You can have the fire monkey, the grass monkey, or the blue monkey.
What?
Decker and I have been butting heads lately since Gotcha.
Maybe this is why he doesn't want to be on Ultra Galaxy chat line.
It's like me and Decker are butting heads like you and Blaze do, Gar.
I don't butt heads with Blaze. That's Vegas.
Oh.
Blaze butts heads with everybody.
No, but yeah, you had an arc with Blaze for a little while where you both disagreed on shit. So
An Ultraman arc?
listen, Pikachu needs to lose sometimes. You can't be
No,
like
he doesn't.
god tier Pokemon every fucking episode.
Yes, he does. Because
No.
he's the mascot.
Anyway, that's
No.
enough Pokemon talk. We're a bunch of elemental monkeys who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai and a third thing. Today is a very special week, however. There was no superhero time last weekend.
No.
Nope.
And as much as I try to not be political as possible on the show, this is a very appropriate week for us to be looking back and appreciating the good old days because the world is falling to shit this week.
Yep.
This week?
This week in particular.
Sonic will be like the president.
That would be preferable.
Maybe Ben Schwartz's Sonic as president? I'd
Yo,
like that.
I'll emigrate to America for that.
Right.
Time to move
Anyways,
to Japan, boys.
all our American friends out there and American fans, come to Canada.
It's a real good week to be a Canadian. That's all I'm gonna say.
We have Tim Hortons, poutine, and free healthcare. That's
Yep.
awesome.
It's not that free if you're moving to America or moving to Canada.
Anyways,
Anyway, so yes, there was no superhero time last week, so we're not talking about Gavin Boom Boonger this week. Today, we are engaging in something that I have wanted us to do for years. So, long ago, back when I was a little bitty baby who had no fucking clue what he was doing when it comes to production of this podcast, there were 2 weeks of Castranger episodes where I lost the footage.
Yep.
And for the longest time, those just sat as holes in our discussion index of episodes that were never published because the footage was lost. And so...
Well, one was lost. The other one got overwritten.
Yeah.
Because our editor decided to call extra Castranger episode 101 just episode 101.
Yeah, it was like a file name snafu where extra 100 whatever overwrote actual episode whatever.
And then we asked the Podbean people, hey, is it possible for you guys to even help us fix this? And they're like,
I remember we did inquire with them about pulling that file back, and of course, obviously, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But the point is, there have been 2 weeks of Castranger episode discussions that have been lost to time, so this week we are rectifying that. And so our topics for today, for this week, are episode 26 of Kamen Rider Gaim, episode 9 of ToQger, followed by episode 26 of Ghost, and episode 9 of Zyuohger. Yes, that's right. We lost the same numbered episodes from 2 different weeks.
That's nuts. Wow. Why are we so good at that?
That is the craziest coincidence.
Yeah.
What about Turbo Power Rangers movie?
What about it?
That's got to be something that like all of us need to be in the room at the same time to watch and talk about.
Have we not done that?
We've done the that was the 101 was talking about the Turbo movie.
Yeah, okay. I thought we would have done that. I'm like, there's no way it would have let us go 10 years without talking about the Turbo movie.
What I'm saying is, if we talk about it again someday, I feel like we all need to be in person for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what are the odds? I wasn't there for episode 101 or the original episode 7. Nor was I there for episode 200 script read of Turbo.
I know, you piece of shit. you planned all that out for us, and then you're like, sorry guys, keep you on.
Sorry.
It was a butt chat or something.
Yeah. So like, my long story short, where I come from, there is a festival on that weekend that episode 200 landed on. And it was sort of, I always go home for that weekend.
It's very important to you.
So thankfully our 100th episodes are in like August now, at the end of August, mid-September.
All right. Well, before we get into our discussions, we have some news to talk about. It's a light news week, but it must be done.
News mode.
So last week we talked about the poster announcing Boon Boonger's quote-unquote final lap, and apparently that poster has a part 2. Which looks way more fucking depressing.
You mean Boon Boon's final lap?
Yeah. Final lap!
Yeah, something's happened with Taya, and I hope he's okay, because Taya's awesome.
So yeah, Space Michael Jackson's face goes together when you combine these 2 posters. We see Taya looking depressed, Boon Boonja Robo Champion marching through what looks to be a ruined city, and a damaged Boon Boon Changer. So I guess something like that is going to happen in the show.
So it looks like they're going to be at their lowest point, and then the Go-Kaijers are going to swoop in and save them.
Fucking probably.
The Go-Kaijers.
Or maybe we'll finally get into Taya's past of him being a serial killer.
No, it was Boom Boom. It was Boondorio that was causing the unfortunate car accidents.
Also, there's this weird pink thing above Boom Boom Robo Champion.
Yeah, it looks like a guitar pick or like a mirror ornament or something. Oh, it's from the movie?
Wow.
Looks like something from Digimon.
It does kind of look like a crest. The crest of serial killing.
The crest of killing.
The crest of murder.
The crest of schizophrenia.
Oh god. The crest of Boon Boon.
Well, I guess I guess the movie and the Gotchard movie also come out this month.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Which means we'll probably get subs for those. Never.
All right.
Just thinking about Ghosts, and I'm like, hey, remember when no one subbed like the summer movie or any of the specials outside of the show? And then I made a post about it in like the biggest tokusatsu group in Facebook at the time, and I'm like, hey, how come no one's done it? Literally the next day. Here's the movie. Here's the specials.
I remember the Gaim movie was not subbed for like ever, and everyone was like, "Can someone sub the Gaim movie, please? Like, we want to fucking watch it."
We're missing the soccer.
The only thing I'll ever fucking shit on the Gaim movie for was like it focused way too much on soccer. Such a problem.
The one thing I hated about the Gaim movie is that Kamuro did literally nothing.
He transformed and then turned into a ball.
We did get Gaim Yami though. That was fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm proud that you remember the name.
But we didn't get Jimba Melon. It was he had the lock seeds.
Melon was the only one we never got. It was so fucking stupid.
Yeah. All right, moving on. In SH Figure Arts news, we're getting a Shinkocho Seiho 10th anniversary version of Kamen Rider Gattack.
Kakami.
That's cool, but I want renewal figure arts of them in their masked forms because
I would love Mask Attack.
I would love masked form Kabuto.
Mask Attack.
So cool. Yeah, he's got the fucking shoulder cannons. Come on.
They're called the Shoulder Vulcan.
Yes.
So yes.
Masked forms.
Oh, I was just thinking, if they were to do, like, because you know how, like, with the Gaim renewals, you can do the arm change gimmick?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like if the Kabuto renewals were done, like,
cast off?
today, they would have the armors that you could, like, take apart.
That'd be funny. And it's just a fucking cast off button, just goes everywhere.
Or there's a little effect part that you can plug in to make it look like it's casting off.
So yes, this is a re-release of the SH Figure Arts of Gattack Rider form from 2017, featuring an updated coloring based on the suit colors from the series. 145 millimeters tall, comes with the double caliber, a replacement Gattack Zector, interchangeable hands, and it comes with a 10th anniversary pedestal.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at the figure, it does look like more colorful, and I really appreciate that.
Much more vivid.
Looks so good, man. Gattack is so cool. It's such a good suit.
Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 11,000 yen, releasing in May.
I think the only fucking form in Kabuto that wasn't good was freaking Drake's rider form.
That was okay.
His masked form was fucking cool because I like the whole like gas mask and everything like gimmick, but like no, his rider form just was lame.
I think for me it has to be the two other riders in Godspeed Love, not the main villain rider.
Oh, Hercus
and Keteros.
Yeah. And Keteros. I liked those two. Hated Caucasus.
I like Caucasus. It's a very unique design. I just wish he actually did something in the movie.
Stupid chef's hat.
Anyway, moving on.
Decker posted a photo comparing the two renewals.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I can see it. It is more like vibrant. That's cool.
Our last news story isn't quite Toku related exactly, but it is sort of relevant. I saw a commercial for this and thought it was hilarious and wanted to mention it. So Tamagotchi is doing the Chogokin Tamagotchi robot, where it's a fucking actual usable Tamagotchi device with a fucking mech like wrapped around it. So it's like a Tamagotchi robot. It's hilarious. Yeah. And it transforms into a UFO if the commercial's to be believed.
Yeah.
So I saw this too, and I kind of want it because it's like it's stupid, but I fucking love it. It's in the same line. They made one based around a Rubik's Cube. So you can turn a Rubik's Cube into a robot. It's actually fucking cool. And it's like die-cast metal too.
Yeah, it's a functioning Rubik's Cube.
It's Cubics.
No.
Robots for everyone. Cubics.
Okay, there's the image of the UFO form. It's pretty cool.
This Tamagotchi fucking robot's fucking adorable shit.
Oh, right. They were the ones that did that Pac-Man.
Is it would it be I wonder if this is actual functioning Tamagotchi.
I think it is.
It is. It is.
Cool.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see the
that's
LCD
cool.
on the screen.
That's really cool. That's cute.
So it looks like it's going for 121 US, which is a little high, but for a functioning Tamagotchi and a transforming toy all in one, not terrible.
They need to do this for like Digimon, for like Digivices.
Yeah, I would love some new awesome Digivice shit.
That'd be cool.
Then again, they've released some Digivice things in the last 5 years or so that I've wanted, but the prices have been fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, that's it. Late news week.
Very cool. All right, this is Gaim.
And now, fans, friends, and listeners, come back with us long ago to the far-flung date of April 25th, 2014, when we would have recorded this episode. God damn it, that Castranger accounts didn't update. Oh, I have to fucking manually remove all these. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I have to remove sample from all these.
Oops. I like the first bumper more.
Okay, so Gaim episode 26. So keeping in mind that we are watching these with reduced context because we are watching just these isolated episodes. So we may not immediately remember everything that happened in the preceding episodes.
I didn't realize that this episode had 3 very memorable moments.
Oh yeah, this was a big one.
The first one was the fucking famous My Slap. When like My slaps fucking Michi across the face and he's just so fucking deadpan. That was amazing. The second one was the debut of fucking Baron Lemon Energy Arms, which fucking sick as shit. It's such a cool fucking form. And then the last one, I didn't realize this was also the episode where Michi fucking shot Koda in the back.
Oh yeah.
When he was edging. That was awesome.
I can't believe these episodes we don't have our opinions on and haven't had them up for so long. This is such a big episode.
We saw so many characters. We saw freaking Ryoma. We saw Yoko. We saw freaking Mai, Peko, Zach.
So this
was mentioned.
Yeah. So this was shortly after the debut of Kachidoki Arms.
Rokidoki.
Yeah. Which we all love.
Episode 23.
So the opening of the episode is Kota telling Mai that he had recently discovered that the Invis that he killed in episode 1 was Yuya because they had only recently discovered that eating the fruit turns them into Invis.
Yeah, no, like I love that he's like Dakota's trying to hide it like so bad, and like Mai's just like something's bothering you, just fucking tell me, and he's just like Yuya's dead, he ate the fruit. And
it's that trope where he feels guilty that he killed him, but Mai is surprisingly understanding about it. Well, not surprisingly.
No, and you can see how good the fucking, like, you can see that Urobuchi fucking wrote this show because just, like, the dialogue between these two, the emotions they're fucking feeling, the acting is so good, and I'm just like, fuck, this is my guy, I'm so fucking good.
Well, he wouldn't have any control over the acting. That would have been the director.
Well, that was just them. Yeah, they were just really good.
I'm just more curious, did Urobuchi write this episode?
I mean, I think he wrote a majority of it.
Yeah, you looked that up.
He wrote the episode alongside Jin Hagenanya.
Nanya.
Hagenanya writing.
Best known for his work on the Cthulhu Mythos visual novel.
What the fuck?
What?
He is one of the writers that served as Gen Urobuchi's assistant in writing scripts for Kamen Rider Gaim, except for episode 47, the final episode of the series, which was penned by himself with Urobuchi supervising the script.
Okay.
So also, I love that this was like the point in the show where just like Michi was just so had it with Koda's fucking bullshit. He's just trying so hard to just like be like, you fucking ruining everything.
Everyone hates Michi and he gets such a fucking bad rap, but I think I still to this day, and I'm sure I've said this during the Gaim's tenure, but it is my opinion that Michi is the most interesting, well-written, and dynamic character in the whole fucking show. And I love the journey that he goes on because everything he did, while several and many of his actions were deplorable from an objective, non-contextual standpoint, you have to really pay attention and remember that everything he did stemmed from him just wanting Mai to be happy. And this episode, actually, this exact episode is the start of him heading down that dark path because Mai gets angry at him. And so he turns his misdirected anger at Kota, blaming him for the reason that Mai is not happy.
Yeah. And then, like, so, like, they're trying to, like, make flyers and, like, hand out flyers and, like, address Zawami City being like, oh, we know the truth that Yggdrasil's doing. And then, like, literally just Michi just opens up a fuck ton of lock seeds to summon a bunch of Invest to just, like, distract them from exposing the truth.
Wait, where did he get all those lock seeds from? Was he just hiding them in his hoodie pocket?
He was hiding them in his hoodie underneath over his Christmas sweater of evil.
I mean,
this is before he had the Christmas
sweater. Yeah, this is before.
He was starting to wear the sweaters, though.
He wore a sweater when he went to talk to Ryoma. But I mean, he could have gotten them from anywhere. He could have gone into Helheim. He could have gotten them from Sid. Fucking who knows? But it's not important.
So yeah, we got to see Kamen Rider Knuckle again, and I was like, yeah, Zack, good old Zack.
I don't know if I ever mentioned this during Gaim, but every time I look at Knuckle, the absolute sheer under-designedness of his suit just makes me feel like Knuckle itself was almost as much, if not more, of an afterthought to the show than like Baron Lemon Energy.
I mean, he does have a blank faceplate, so
yeah. I was just about to say that he doesn't have his own faceplate.
His undersuit is completely blank.
No, it's such a cool suit. I fucking love Knuckle.
I feel like they added him just so that he could be like.
So Baron had allies.
Just so Team Baron had another rider who wasn't an asshole.
Yeah. Sure as fuck weren't making Pekko a rider until the fucking movie. That was a waste.
That barely counts.
Then even then that was just Kurakage with a Genesis driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get this episode also features several clashes between Baron and Demushu, and fucking god, Demushu is such a good design. I love Demushu's design.
Also, him speaking like the Helheim language, that was fucking sick.
Plus, it's fucking Tomokazu Sugita, the voice of Kivat. I love him.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys remember when fans were actually able to decipher like their language before the official translations came out?
Oh yeah, because they did that with Kuga. Like Kuga, they were able to decipher the Grongi language, and then Toei was like, no, we're gonna release Blu-rays of Kuga with the subtitle translated Grongi language.
Yeah,
I was like, cool.
You can now understand the Grongi speak.
What I liked, there was a scene, one of my favorite scenes in the episode was like Ryoma was talking to Yoko, and like Ryoma's like, I got you something about that Kumon Kaido guy, and like Yoko's like, no, we should help him. Like he wants power and stuff. Like we should give him more of a chance to like help out and stuff. And like Ryoma's like, since when the fuck do you take interest in people? It's not like you. All right, let's do it.
I mean, you got to give Yoko props for having correct premonitions about Kaito. She truly was the kingmaker of the series.
Yeah, until she got thrown off a fucking building.
But yeah, so she gives Kaito the Genesis driver, and then we see him confront Demushu again. And this is the debut of...
Before that, fucking Zack's like, what the fuck's that from? And he's like, oh, it's from Yggdrasil. What, you're working for those guys? No, they're working for me. And I'm just like, whoa.
I love Kaito has such Kaiba energy, because it's just like, they're using you. And he's like, that's okay, because I'm also using them. Haha.
Yeah, it's like, he's like, oh, like this like want for power goes both ways, and I'm like, shit. And I'm like, this is why Kaido's so fucking cool.
Yes, Decker.
The relationship.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, Decker mentions, like, back when Gaim was first announced and the press conference went out, like, we thought Gridon was gonna be such an important fucking rider, but it's just like, no, that was just the only other suit we had ready, and we figured we might as well show it.
Yep.
Hey, Gridon.
What were you saying, Gar?
I was gonna say, just like, thinking about it now, seeing like Baron and Zack like communicate. I don't know why it gives me huge Bakugo and Kirishima vibes.
Oh
You're
my
so right.
god! Oh my god!
He just starts fighting Kota again. What's up, shit nerd?
I just want to see Baron like with fucking like Bakugo's hair and his fucking like grenade knuckles.
I mean, remember fucking Mango Arms' hammer? That kind of had the same shape as the grenade arms.
It does.
But yeah, so we got introduced to this episode, Baron Lemon Energy Arms with the Jets driver, because apparently the fan base loved Kaido so much that we wanted him to get an upgrade for him. So Toei literally fucking made this like last minute, and I'm so glad.
If you think about it, it really feels almost insulting that they didn't have a planned super form for the secondary rider of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially one so fucking badass too.
Yeah, well, maybe the plan was just to have him become the Overlord at the end, and that was going to be like.
But that means the only forms he has for 2/3 of the show, if not more, are just Banana and Mango.
Also, we should have mentioned spoilers for the shows that we are talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about these in 2024, in case you happen to be coming to this right after the episode where we discussed the previous episodes of any of these shows.
Bert's final form was technically fucking birthday form.
Birth didn't have forms. None of those counted, except for Birth X.
Meteor had Meteor Storm.
That was a whole era. That whole era where there were only 2 riders per season is its own like encapsulated little thing that we keep off to the side. I don't even like thinking about that era.
That was probably also because like Gaim probably had a really fucking high budget. So
well, Gaim was a big stepping stone. It was the 15th. It was the 15th Heisei season.
Also, Gaim had 32,000 riders in it.
Jesus. No, I had like 20, 21.
But yeah, so like since we're talking about the debut of Baron Lemon Energy Arms, I will say I think that design matches the design of the driver better than any of the other Genesis driver users.
The red undersuit.
Yeah,
the red undersuit of Baron's.
But I'd say Sigurd works well with it too.
No, his is all brown and white. It doesn't match the red well. I will say close second is Marika, because pink and red go well together.
Yeah.
I that lemon lock seed chime, man.
Fight. Despite how much Duke is still in my top 10, maybe top 5 suits of all tokusatsu, I still have not obtained a lemon energy lock seed. Because the Sonic Arrow is fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with regards to Baron Lemon Energy Arms, I know why it's the case, but the fact that like Duke's crown helmet, like the Lemon Energy headpiece on the Baron helmet doesn't look good. It is the way it is because of Duke's crown helmet shape, and that design is amazing, and that's why it's in my top 5. But putting that same helmet piece on Baron's, the way his helmet is shaped, it doesn't look good.
I feel like if the Toei gave more time for like to cook with like an upgrade form for Baron, they probably would have come up with like a banana energy lock seed. I
could see them doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been how they, if you think of it, Gaim came out 10 years ago. Or was airing 10 years ago. It came out in 2013. Let's be honest here, 2013. Well, tail end 2013. Anyways, if Gaim was released today, Baron would have had a banana energy lock seed. It would have been premium Bandai.
Yeah.
Yep.
It probably would have come with like a new sort of like banana spear weapon. Maybe like a banana Gatling gun.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Our Discord is suggesting banana Jimber Lemon. I don't think they would have done that because Baron was the European designed rider, and the Jimber forms are all very Japanese in their aesthetic, and that's why Gaim was the one to use them.
Well, I mean, Knuckle used Jimber too, technically.
Also, I forgot how nice the Jimba suits looked in Gaim.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to see Gaim go Jimber Peach because that one has heightened senses, and that's how they detect the overlords.
Also, I loved when Baron was fighting Demushu, and I was just like, I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, oh, it's Never Surrender. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, which has my favorite line in all of Gaim's soundtrack. I'm a wiener.
I'm a wiener. Never surrender. No, it's so good.
It's a good song.
Point of No Return still up there.
That actually might be the best song in the soundtrack.
I think Rise Up Your Flag is like probably the best one.
That's a pretty good one. But
No, oh fuck, freaking the Kota Kaito duet.
Oh, Ranbu Escalation?
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
yeah.
So good. You know what? It's Katsuki Baron.
Yep.
Cuts Baron go.
Banana Go.
Also the Rider Girls song too, like the Get Excited.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Excited by attitude.
Yeah.
Tempest.
Gaim soundtrack was good.
All the songs in Gaim, all S tier.
Yeah.
Also, I liked when like this is like when like they're talking about like, oh, we can only make like 1 billion Genesis drivers, and so like
Yeah, they're talking about no. It's it's not the Genesis driver. They're talking about the mass-produced Sengoku drivers for Project Arc.
Right. It's like, yeah, so like they're and so like whoever Mel Zangetsu's talking to, he's just like, hey, we'll only keep 1 billion people alive.
Are you telling me you forgot the name of motherfucking Kureshima Takatora?
No, it's Hector. That's right. Also, I like when he said like noblesse oblige, and I was like, he said it.
Hard cut to Tsurugi. Noblesse oblige.
Noblesse oblige.
Oh yeah, and during the opening of this episode, there was clips because this was when they were promoting the movie that had Kamen Rider 15 in it.
15.
I think that was Heisei vs. Showa.
Yeah, yep, that was Heisei versus. That was the first Kamen Rider Tyson movie.
Yeah.
That's when Fies had that like really shitty haircut.
Yeah.
He had like a really shitty haircut, and then the next time we saw him, he had like his proper long hair from Vice. And I was like, thank God.
My favorite thing about that movie is that's the one where like Kota's in between Takumi and Tsukasa, and like Decade and Fies are doing their calm ass henshins, and then Kota's just like flinging his fucking arms around.
Yeah, he's doing that really over the top henshin pose. I'm like, Kota, what are you doing?
Old riders versus new riders.
Yeah, like the opening.
Kaito had the coolest one. He just opened the lock seat, spun it around his fucking finger like a badass, and put it in. And I was like, "Yep, perfect."
See, that's why I'm glad, because when Lane asked me what, like, so for those that don't know, I'm in charge of the scheduling, and I'm in charge of getting the episodes for all of us to watch.
Yeah.
So I put them up on a Google folder.
Yep.
And I share it with the cast members. When Lane asked me if you could watch the episodes on the drive or if you had to download them, I knew I had to get the episodes from older, like they had to be hard subbed because that's the only way you can watch them on the drive. So pulling up the old episodes from TV Nihon, who subbed them at the time, and watching the opening, and it's clips from like the promotional movie, and it's like, oh, now that just hit me with nostalgia because we don't see that anymore.
Oh, that specifically was what you were talking about.
Yeah.
That looks
like it's that
someone did their own design of Banana Energy.
That's pretty new. It's got like banana wings.
I'm gonna fly like bananas.
But yeah, I loved just like Michi's yelling at fucking Kota, and then Mai just fucking slaps Michi across the face, and just for a good like 30 seconds, he's just like
stunned.
Because he was doing all this to make Mai happy, and now Mai's pissed.
And that was the moment that set Michi down and hit the dark path he would tread for the rest of the series.
Yep. God, he redeemed himself at the end.
Some people don't think so, but I think he made serious strides towards it.
Yeah.
Oh no, hands down, Michi Michi has the best story.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
he was the most developed character.
he has the most character, like, arc. He has the biggest character arc in Gaim.
Agreed.
And the fact that the final episode is him as the lead, that just goes to show. Just goes to show it.
What's her face shows up.
I still go back and watch Michi's first henshin because it's such a cinematic event.
Hi.
Just like him, like philosophizing and talking to Kota indirectly.
Yeah, when he cuts to a scene of Kota just being like super depressed because he's like, I don't want to henshin
just
anymore.
like a sweeping shot of the whole city. Oh, it's so good. I love really nice, well shot henshins like that.
Also, the fact that his story not kept going, but like he was the main focus of the Gaim Drive crossover in the Gaim portion.
Yeah,
because what are you supposed to do with Kota when spoilers again spoilers when you become a fruit space god?
Yep.
Your character arc is complete. You don't have a character.
Also, Kaito died. But yeah, so then like we got a fight between Gaim and Marika, and it's cool to always remember that like Yoko's actor suit acted Marika, so it was just cool knowing that was actually her in the suit.
She was actually in Ultraman X.
Yes, she was. That's right. I remember that.
She was Gina Spectre.
Yeah.
In the Ginga X crossover.
Yeah, so Gaim switches to Kachidoki, and then he just fucking hits her with the DJ gun, fucking slow jam blast.
I missed that toy. That was such a fucking fun ass toy. So expensive though.
Where's the CSM DJ gun?
Jesus Christ!
You know what? I DJ'd you.
I DJ'd you.
And then I don't know if I noticed this when we originally talked about this, but like after he beats Marika, he switches back to Orange Arms for some reason just to check on Michi.
Oh, that bothered me. I was like, why? What they didn't want him like running around in the Kachidoki suit.
I might poke him with my mustache.
Michi, are you all right? Cool. I'm gonna walk over here where it says Kamen Tyson's gonna be in theaters.
Yeah, so like Michi's like, hey, I gotta get Kota out of the way, and so yeah, he tries to stop like Kaido because it's like, no, we gotta talk to the overlords, and Kaido's like, fuck you, we need to destroy them.
I completely forgot that Kota for a long time actually wanted to talk peaceably with the overlords.
Oh yeah, you could totally see like the Ryuki fucking parallels with between him and Ryuki, like
absolutely,
Christ, man.
But yeah, so Michi pulls some actually clever shit, and like as Gaim switches forms, while he doesn't have armor on, he shoots him in the back.
I remember I recreated that shot in a picture, like with figures.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I had the Ryugen like figure art, and then I had like the gimmick
arms change.
Yeah, and I recreated that shot because I loved it so much. I just remember it lived in my head like rent free for so long.
Well, like that's something the villains wouldn't really think of, but Michi's like, all right,
fuck it.
Before he puts the armor on.
I'm pretty sure I remember when we talked about the episode. I was like, is that allowed?
Yeah, that's some interrupting the henshin bullshit. That should be illegal.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't do that.
He's gonna end up in the penalty box for that.
Yeah. And yeah, so then like I watched like the preview, and like it's like, oh, next episode it's like again them like trying to
Eren fights Ryugen, and there's more fighting of Demushu.
Yeah, I like because remember,
and shocker,
like,
Kota's
Kaido,
fine, he survives.
Yeah, but I remember Kaido like saw what Michi did. He goes up to him, he's like, I may hate Kota, man, but that wasn't fucking cool.
Dick move, grape boy.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
I just realized. So, if Kaito is Bakugo, does that mean that Michi is Mineta? He's the great boy.
Oh no, he's not horny enough.
No.
Well, he wants Mai. He's just a lot more subtle about it.
Oh, I love that one TikTok he showed me where just where like Mineta, like he like all for one gets like his building.
All for one steals Mineta's quirk and goes super horny.
They get super horny. He's like, "What is happening?" He's
I've absolutely said this before, but anyone who likes My Hero Academia, go look up Matt the Curtain on TikTok, and you're welcome for the hardest you will laugh in your life.
He's pretty fucking good. He's good at those.
If Deku starts acting like a little shit, we will deal with it later and not at the moment. That's a rule for you. That's a rule for me.
But yeah, we also get to see Redway a little bit as they tell Demushu to stop fighting and they back away.
I remember how much I fucking hated him right away.
I'm a bit upset that there was no DJ Sagara in this episode. I was hoping we would get to see him again.
God!
But you know what? I'll say this: to me, his best performance is in the Kachidoki Arms debut episode.
Hello, Zawamichi!
In the little like snack safari place that they're in.
The juice bar.
In the juice bar. And it's just his performance there, man.
Fucking plot drop where it's like, I am Helheim, and I was like, oh shit.
I wonder what he's been up to. Like, not the character. Like, I hope the actor's been getting work.
Hope so too.
Yeah. That's the boy.
Oh my god, there he is! Crazy, this guy was plot relevant. Yep, he sure was.
Looks like he just finished skiing.
Oh, fuck, he was so.
Guy looks like he's ready to stream like Five Nights at Freddy's on Twitch.
Remember when Sid died?
Yes.
What a moment.
Yeah.
What a moment that was.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
I'll still never forget the week before that. Oh, Sigurd's my favorite rider. Literally the next episode.
fucking Roshuo was just like, he just sees fucking Sigurd trying so fucking hard to fight him, and Rosh was like, okay.
You asked for this.
You're gonna die now.
Wanted the smoke.
Anyways, Gaim, so good. Go watch it. God tier rider.
All right.
If I had the time, I would make a spin-off show of Castranger where I went and rewatched the entire show.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna switch over to ToQger because we're going by era before. You know what I mean? We're doing Gaim, ToQger, and then the other two. So let's change tracks to ToQger.
Fuck, I miss these guys.
Oh my god, what a nostalgia blast this episode itself was.
Oh yeah, so this was the Mio date episode.
Not only that, it's also the Diesel O debut episode.
Yeah, Gramps. Gramps.
And it's just like, oh, it's Diesel O's debut. I'm like, they skipped over this, or not skip over, but like they didn't go back and talk about this. I
mean, I never was super into Diesel. I think the design is the blockiest Megazord I've ever seen.
I bought Tokyo, I bought Diesel, and then I think like I almost bought Akira's mech, but then I think I just stopped at Diesel because I was just like, it's getting too expensive.
yeah. If you look at, I think it's thumbnail episode 32 of Castranger, you can see Tokyo and Diesel a part of your Lockseed collection.
I do need to get I still never got my hands on the police Ressha because I wanted to make Tokyo police. I actually wouldn't mind doing that.
Honestly, looking back at this episode, one could infer this as one of the earliest clues towards the ToQger's true identities, which they would reveal later in the series.
Oh no! Like I'm literally watching this episode, and I'm just seeing them all act the way they do, and I'm like, yeah, it was there the whole time. They're literally fucking children.
Yeah,
amazing.
Like the way that Right was. We're gonna call him Right. We know it's Light.
It's Right.
But we call him Right. We're all just used to calling him Right.
Yeah. If you're American.
The way that Right was acting when they got to the little like village area, and it's just like, no, that's how a kid would act.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, and the fact that like they mentioned like Mio likes a guy, like wants to like go on a date and stuff, and she's being all like no, blah, blah, blah. it's
She's
like
all
oh,
wishy-washy
yeah,
about relationship stuff, you know, like a prepubescent child would be, not understanding romance.
we got to see Wagon again and all her wagonets. Jesus Christ. Fucking solid.
We got to see Ticket again.
Yeah, good old Ticket, the conductor.
Which I'm surprised. Bandai, there's some easy money right there. Premium Bandai Ticket.
Well, they did make a
I
Ticket
think they
puppet.
did. Yeah, they did release a puppet.
They made like a plush puppet, but I want one that's like that looks like the one from the show,
like
where it's
electronic.
like it has like the glass yellow sirens.
I want Ticket Rokugo.
I remember how much we lost our shit when there was just that episode where like fucking Hikari walks in and he just sees conductor like, oh shit, this isn't working or something, and he like takes the puppet off and he looks over like
I'm not gonna question this.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. And we're all like, he took the puppet.
So one thing I want to say about ToQger overall, one thing this show does that I really admire compared to almost every other Sentai that I've ever seen is one thing that I think is kind of stale about most Sentai is the heroes are just like idling around until things happen. Like they have a home base or like wherever they hang out and they just kind of idle and live their lives until monster attacks start happening. ToQger was different because the entire show was them going on one long extended train trip across the country.
Yeah, and I like that this episode, like, Tokyo had to like, or like the ToQger Reshas, whatever, they had to like go in for maintenance, so they literally had to switch to another train the whole episode until it was fixed. And I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time they ever did the Diesel like
They rode inside Diesel?
Like
the interior?
the interior set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
so
gave me the new Denliner vibes.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So they end up stopping at a place where there's a spring festival, and they enter into this obstacle course thing because the prize is food, and Wright wants food.
Are you guys a couple? Yeah. No.
A couple of children.
Oh, and then yeah, so they're racing or whatever, and then like Wright like says she's like no, and they like break the tape off their wrists. And
Yeah, the second part of the obstacle course involves bridle carrying, and of course Mio resists that, so they lose. One thing I don't think they ever, I know they didn't address because I just watched it, is that dude who is like the focus of the episode had a girlfriend, or at least someone he was partnered with, and then after the crows attack, we never see her again, and she's never mentioned again. Like, we get this whole vibe of like Mio like having a crush, but it's never addressed that I think this man already has a partner.
I remember when we watched ToQger all these years ago. I remember I thought like Kagura was really cute, and I was like, oh, she's so cute. And then I looked up her actor, and I was like, oh, she was 16. Fuck.
Oh no, it's Mizul again.
Yeah, I was like, shit. And I'm like, I look at her actor wiki like this morning, and I was like, oh, she's 26 now. Fuck.
Kagura was always too annoying for me to even be interested.
Ah, she's adorable as shit, man. She's so cute, protected at all costs.
So the crux of the episode is they lose this race, and then this dude Chiba Toru drops his wallet, and we get this whole, oh, she's in love at first sight with the man who saved her from the crows.
Oh wait! According to someone in the chat, that was Genki Chopper's actor.
Was it?
What?
That's hilarious.
Which is funny because he shows up in Ghost.
What's that? Nah. Oh yeah.
He's Chabert.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
These episodes have so much to do with each other. This is crazy.
This is fucking nuts.
Like cosmic winky dink.
So yeah, the whole like deal with the monster of the week is, I think he was like, oh, we're trying to create like
the marionette monster's deal was he was sending the crows to attack random women and manipulating random men into saving the women from the crows, getting the women to fall in love with the men, and then having the men act like assholes in order to make them cry and generate darkness.
Yep.
But it doesn't work with Mio because she is a child, and children are too pure to generate darkness, I think was the plot point.
That's right.
Yeah. I kind of love Mio, the way she handles this. Like, obviously she's not fully in control of who she falls in love with, but the way she sort of shields herself from herself by going, "This is not a date. This is a duel. This is a wallet returning duel."
I will say it was sad. Like she made like a bento box for him, and he's like, "Oh," and then like he gets like corrupted, and then he just starts like smashing on the bento, stepping on the bento box. I was like, "Oh, asshole!"
My immediate reaction was, "Dude, your wallet's in there."
I don't give a fuck about my wallet.
My wallet.
Did you guys notice that like when she got into that like karate gi and right before she started making the bento, they just did a shot of her like at the Toei emblem beach.
Yeah, just be like, "Yeah, Dad."
This is a duel.
Yeah. And then so then they all end up like transforming, fighting, and like again, I can't say enough how much I love the ToQger suits. They're just so fucking good.
I am still of the mind that I think the ToQger helmets are great, but the suits are much too plain.
It was weird though, like when you see Tokyo Go-Go and she like runs up to Mio and she's like, "I want to be like you," and they switch colors, and I'm like, "All right."
I think that was the only Tokyo change
yes.
the train
I think they had to just like rope that in because it's like, oh, it's the gimmick by the toy.
Because they got to do it once per episode this early.
Where
But
I'm surprised.
I feel like this is probably building on a conversation the two of them had in an earlier episode about her being reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Bandai, where's my Super Sentai replica Tokyo changer?
Hey man, I still own the original DX Tokyo Changer, and it's a solid.
I
toy.
thought you were about to
just
ask for a ToQger figure that could actually color change.
Oh yeah, you dip it in the water, it changes color.
Every time you dunk it, it changes color.
No, they did that with the Ranger keys, where they literally made a set of ToQger Ranger keys that had every fucking color swap, and I was like, oh my god.
Absolute overkill, but I respect the fuck out of it.
And the movie exclusive forms.
Oh my god.
Also, Tokyo Ichigo Black, which is still one of the coolest fucking suits I've ever seen in my
Tokyo
life.
Rainbow.
Tokyo Rainbow.
Did they do his white form?
No, I don't think they did the depressed one. I know which one you're thinking of.
That was too brief. That was way too brief. Yeah, there it is. Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah, Tokyo 5 Panda.
The panda.
Wait a minute. I need a bigger picture of this.
Yep.
Enhance.
Look at the Tokyo Rainbow key. That is gorgeous, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 5, 6. Oh, Tokyo Nanago as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
5.
Good old Tokyo. I love that ToQger movie. That V Cinema is still my favorite.
Oh, the Returns movie?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That has my favorite ToQger henshin. The moment where Akira henshins after like having that conversation with the shirt.
Man, we got the ToQger roll call, and I was just like, "Yup."
Still one of my favorite roll calls of all Sentai.
So there are two Ranger keys in there of Tokyo Ichigo 0.
Yep.
And Tokyo Ichigo minus 100.
Negative or something. -0. That's right.
Like the negative number. Also,
I know for Ichi, fucking 10 out of 10 episode, no Greta.
Yeah.
no purple chicken nugget.
No purple chicken nugget this episode.
No,
you hated her so fucking much.
But we did get Baron Nero, and I'm just looking at that face. I'm like,
no, we got fucking Madame Noir just giving him the fucking sass, and like Baron's just like, "Fuck you, stupid bitch."
I love it when the villains are assholes to each other.
Oh man.
Man, I still can't believe they took the Madame Noir suit and made it the main villain for Dino Fury season 2.
Right. I was like, didn't they use ToQger's villain suits elsewhere?
Baron Nero was the
Gigantify.
Shall we gigantify?
Oh yeah, he was in like Ninja Steel or whatever.
Yeah, he was in Ninja Steel.
Yeah.
Where I'll be the first one to say it. Would ToQger work as a Power Ranger adaptation? No,
because trains are so much more of a cultural thing in Japan. It wouldn't have as much effect here.
Wasn't his name like Cosmo Royale? Like that was his name?
Yeah, that was his name.
Cosmo. Yeah. They should have had Madame Noir as Wanda.
That would have been funny.
God, I just now remembered the Shadow Lines villain character songs. Those are all great.
You know, I think what could have worked though, and I've mentioned this before. You take the monster suits from ToQger, and you put them with the Kira Major Ranger suits and mechs.
Yeah.
That would have been a good Power Ranger show.
Yeah. If I had to pick a low point of Kira Major, I would say the monster suit designs were kind of samey.
Yeah, because they were sort of going for the Go Ranger style of just
underlying base suit, random attachment each week.
Yeah.
You know what they could have done for Lupin Pad as a Power Ranger season, honestly? They could have made the Lupin Rangers like an evil Ranger team. They like work for the bad guys.
Oh no, like
I've good guys.
No,
I've only said this, but
they could have pulled like a Robin Hood thing.
Yeah.
I still say this for a Lupin Pad adaptation. SPD sequel, Sky Team, Land Team.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the Lupin Ranger mechs were all like, plane base, like, or air base. All the Pat Ranger stuff was land base.
I think the conflict between the teams is too central to not be a thing.
Yeah. That's fair.
Also, we got to see them use the Imagination Bazooka, which is still my favorite Sentai canon.
Shot a giant rice ball.
Jelly donut. These jelly donuts.
It's the most powerful Sentai weapon ever. You literally think it'll fucking fire whatever you're thinking. It's awesome.
I remember they shot the security guard with it. Or they shot it and the security guard comes out.
They beat a monster. They beat a monster by imagining a giant fucking fish.
Yep.
Kill it with a fish.
But yeah, this was also the debut of Diesel-O, and I love that they're like, "What? This robot doesn't have a weapon. Fuck it, punch it.
Doesn't need a weapon. It's got power.
Diesel power.
Diesel these nuts." So you probably made that.
It's just hard cuts of
Diesel spin kick.
Bullet Train. You're a real Diesel.
Oh yeah, the spin kick did not age well.
That's I hate that Megazord's design because of how fucking rigid it is in everything, every angle. There's no good angle in Diesel-O.
I bet you money you complained about that exact thing too.
Probably.
He's so weirdly proportioned. Why is he spinning like that?
It's not the proportion, it's the shape. Like, look at that.
No,
the toy makes it worse.
Not do Diesel-O justice because it doesn't have elbows. It can't bend.
The elbows don't save it.
ToQger had elbows.
See, like ToQger looks fine. Diesel-O just looks silly.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. The worst thing about ToQger is its mech design. They're all fucking horrible.
Hey, okay, no, Rokugo's mech was pretty sick.
Eh.
I thought it was a good one.
It's the least horrible. I'll say that.
Hang on. Rokugo's mech works because it's not combining with another train.
Yeah.
It's its own thing. It's also why their final mech also works.
Also had a hard hat.
Rainbow.
It was awesome.
ToQger Rainbow. That was
ToQger Rainbow was a mess. No, that was a mess.
Okay,
sorry.
I like the Hyper Ressha on its own, but the fucking final Megazord was literally just stand this bitch up and attach every train we have to the front of it.
We're done.
It's like ToQger almost tried to fucking like that's so bad.
Like that might be the worst Ultrazord in all of toy history.
Imagine like ToQger fucking tried to pull this shit. Like goddamn.
There's a giant car trailer.
I mean, we're not very far from that.
No, they are like treading those waters, but not by much.
And you know what? I think it doesn't help that ToQger came right after Kyoryuger, where Kyoryuger had a much more like dynamic design.
Yes. I've been
rewatching
Kyoryuger with Cell, so yeah.
I was just gonna say, like look at like Go Sager, Go Kaiger, and Go Buster. All the mechs are really solid in those shows.
Yeah.
Kyoryuger as well, it's like so the four seasons of the 2010s were really strong.
Nope.
Kyoryuger's
mech design is stellar as long as you choose to ignore the fact that most of the Megazords are made from attaching dinosaurs to the neck and ass of other dinosaurs. If you can get past that fact, Kyoryuger's mech design is godly.
I mean, one of my favorite Kamen Rider shows is Revice, and that involves a guy shoving his face into his partner's ass to create a T-Rex mode.
I hate it.
I feel so sorry for the suit actor that was in that fucking mech.
Samurai Hao. Yeah, Shinkenja's mech design was not the best either.
That's why the best one was fucking the lantern one.
Oh, Daigoyo?
yeah,
White
he was the
Zord.
best
But
one.
that wasn't even a
That's my favorite.
combiner. That was just one Zord.
I know, that's why it worked, because it was just one robot. Anyways, yeah, so they defeat the monster, and then like they're like, okay, cool, maintenance is complete on the robot, and then they're like, okay, let's go on our merry way, and then we get the ending, and I love the ending.
Oh,
It's great.
I love
Too
that
short.
song.
So,
I love that,
so,
it was too short.
so interesting fact. On the Blu-ray, they cut the ending.
Those bastards.
You
The episode ends and it goes straight to the episode preview.
I remember
It's probably because
there
it
was
involved actual real life trains and they didn't want to promote them.
I remember
Yeah.
there was an episode where they literally like I think they were like they beat the monster or something because they like summoned the band to like sing the ending theme.
Episode 43.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
Jesus Christ, Gar. Goddamn.
Was it 42 or was it 42? Let me double check.
I need to have the fucking
Anyways,
Gaia
yeah,
Library music on tap for you.
Anyways, I remember that they summoned the fucking the band to play the ending theme, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, because episode 42. Yeah, it was episode 42.
So anyways, the next episode is the one where Tokachi dies at sunset.
Oh, I remember that was the funniest shit episode.
Tokachi dies at sunset. No. But then he gets resurrected at night. Like how he shouts it out loud.
Oh no! When we had like Tokati focused episodes, he was so fucking good.
Dude, you know what? Him and
Mio.
what was Sango's name? Mio.
Mio.
This episode was a
Those
Mio
two.
focus episode.
Those two. I shipped them
Yeah,
so
no, I
hard.
think. Yeah, no, and that was the whole thing. Like Tokati actually had a huge crush on Mio, but she just never realized.
Isn't the ending not really an ending? Yeah, it's the ToQger doesn't technically have an ending.
No, they wanted to teach kids like trains.
All the different trains, and thus I guess since
Except now Tokyo belongs to the Boon Boongers.
I get.
ToQger was wearing a conductor outfit, and she was fucking adorable.
I just don't understand why they would cut them from the Blu-rays.
Maybe some sort of licensing issues with the trains they were showing.
It could be that, but then it also cuts out a little bit of like the jokey part of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Before the ending. Thus, it's like you gotta be careful. That can become lost media.
The safety lesson, yeah.
Yeah, it's like how when Bokenger got released on DVD, and just on DVD, it's not Blu-ray. They didn't include the Super Sentai encyclopedias, and that almost became lost media.
Wow. All right. Thus, we are done with the 2 episodes that we missed from that episode. And now we fast forward 2 more years to April 15th, 2016. Say it with me. Ore wa Tenkuji Takeru.
He was killed by Gamma on his 18th birthday.
And now I only have 61 days.
Yeah, they have 99 days to fucking bring ToQger back to life.
Well, you know what? I like that about the show, how they actually acknowledge that 99 days. So the show's ending in January. Oh, now he's got a new cycle, so he still has 99 days again. This time we're slowing it the fuck down.
It's very rare that they actually acknowledge like an actual chronology or like the actual passage of time from episode to episode in a toku.
So this was the point in the show where fucking Spectre was dead. Spectre died.
He was in that
Alan
box, the Ganma box.
Yep. Alan was trying to figure his fucking shit out.
Yeah, I was like, "Where's Spectre?" Oh, right.
And ToQger was just there.
ToQger had just recently obtained Grateful Damashi.
I still hate it. I love the suit, hate the helmet.
Oh no, still love it.
I have the Icon Driver G because Dave sold it to me for $20 at the convention.
$20.
Yeah, he was like $20 and it's yours. I'm like, you know what? Cool. I like the belt.
Javert had been deposed as the general in charge, and this is the Igor arc where he had his whole Project Demia plan to convert Earth into the same atmosphere as the Ganma world.
Yeah. And then we had fucking Arya, Alan's sister, and Adele. Good
Adele
old
Dazeem.
fucking Adele. Fucking worst writer villain we've ever had.
He's definitely up there.
Hate us so much. So bland, so stupid.
So I thought these 2 episodes that we skipped, or not skipped, that we lost, were the collaboration episodes for each other, where Ghost teams up with the Zyuohgers, and then Zyuohger shows up in Ghost.
Nope.
For like a bit, and it's like, oh, nope, that's not this episode. Okay, but we did get a teaser for the Kamen Rider Ichigo movie.
It's so funny that both of these sets of episodes were while they were promoting movies. So yeah, there was clips in the opening promoting the Kamen Rider Ichigo reboot movie.
Don't do that shit anymore. It sucks.
Well, it's not that we don't do it anymore. It's just
there's not as many movies.
No, the rips that we get them from are from like Amazon or like some sort of streaming platform where they're not going to promote the movie that way. These rips come from television. That's how we're going to promote the shows.
Yeah, because that's why we don't get like the sponsorship voice.
Yeah, anymore. That's why it's just empty.
Yeah. So yeah, Igor is doing his plan where they're spraying the sky with the synapse particulates that are slowly converting the atmosphere from blue to red, because their whole plan was, our world is perfect, yours should be too, so we're going to make your world perfect like ours. That was the whole Ganma master plot.
I will say though, the blue like Ganma suit, that just I miss that suit. It's so gorgeous.
Oh, the Ganma general suits?
Yeah, like the Ganma general suit.
Also, I completely forgot that like Necron, like he had to like constantly like charge his fucking suit.
Yeah, I think it was like
to fight Igor, and he literally like he doesn't have his suit on for like 10 seconds, and it already like runs out of energy. And Igor's like, "Oh, poor little baby, he should charge his suit."
I think it was, if I remember right, it's because he wasn't acclimatized to Earth's atmosphere, so he was always low on energy.
No, it's because like every time he like defeated like a Ganma or something like that, he like absorbed their energy, and that's what he like used to charge the icon. Yeah, so he wasn't fighting killing Ganma anymore, so he was running out of energy.
I will say we got to see him use Grim Damashi this episode, and that is my favorite form in the entire Ghost series of suits.
Oh, it's so good. Just hearing the fighting pen, so good.
There was no Benkei this episode, 0 out of 10.
No Benki.
But we did get not only Ghost Tokon boost, but Ghost fucking what was it? Houdini boost.
Houdini. Yeah, no.
Ghost used one of Spectre's forms.
Ghost used Spectre's bike more than fucking his own bike the whole show.
Makoto, while you're dead,
I'm stealing your bike.
Your sister. What? I'm stealing your bike. That's the other show.
Yeah, Kirby Pig's actor was in fucking Ghost. Who fucking knew?
Wow.
And she's sick. She needs a doctor. She becomes a doctor.
That's why she became a doctor.
Also, we got to see fucking Akari, and it was nice to see her, because I remember we shit on her like most of the show, and then by the end we were like, no, Akari was good, you guys. She was supportive and very smart, and she was helpful. It's kind of cute.
Anytime the science needed to be done to solve a problem, she did the science.
I'll say this, the whole science and magic thing, done better in Rise of TMNT with Donatello.
Yeah.
Donatello, being the brains of the group, can't comprehend the whole concept of magic. What's the old man's name again in Ghost?
Normally he just goes by Senin, but we end up learning that his actual name is Edith.
Oh, I remember.
Right. He was playing both sides.
Yeah, he was one of the generals.
I remember when we were just like Senin and Edith, they're the same person. He's like, and like David had to like in editing had to like quiet down the audio because we were so fucking loud. I mean,
they are.
It was obvious like the whole time, but like it was still a shocker because we didn't think it was the same person. I was like, there's no way. He's always playing both sides. He's helping the good guys and the bad guys.
Also, there was I want to say the Van Gogh Gunma. I can't remember. That was Van Gogh, right?
Oh, I can't remember what his name was, but I remember he was so fucking cute, and then he
Oh
died.
yeah,
And we were
I completely forgot about the derpy little painter Ganma who was their friend, and he had the fucked up eye.
He died, and we were like so sad. We were like, oh, yeah. And then like Edith turned into fucking Dark Ghost for like an episode, and I was like, all right.
That was a thing he did later.
And then who could forget dear old Onari? Oh, Onari.
Guts! He didn't say it this episode.
Before the wig.
Yeah.
Gazelle. That's right.
Gazelle?
That's right.
Was that his name?
Oh, yeah.
I said Gazelle.
Gazai?
Or Gazai.
Gazai.
Yes, he was cute. He was
I
fun.
still don't even actually remember. God. I think I actually did block so much of that show out of my brain.
Yeah, no,
Well, it has been like 8 years.
I'm so sad Emily's not here this episode.
No, and that's what like freaking oh god. Oh yeah, then he came back. That's right.
Oh yeah, because the whole thing with the Ganma was they were separated from their actual human bodies until the end of the show when they all like respawn back in their actual bodies in the fucking boxes.
They pulled the beast machines.
Then we found out Yorisen was a fucking cat the whole goddamn time.
Yorisen wasn't in this whole episode until like the episode preview, and it fucking jump scared me.
Like,
I was like, GK, Ghost! I'm like, ah! I forgot about you!
And then I remember Onari's like little like fucking underlings, and like I remember Ichi was just like Ichi liked those two because he's like, oh, they're gonna do such great things. They
did fucking nothing.
They helped them track the red skies. They helped.
They're like, oh fucking, the red sky's been sighted in all directions. Yeah, guys, it's the fucking sky.
You know what's so funny? They were like plotting out the like instances of the red sky, and I must have been thinking of something else, but I was 100% sure that they were gonna like draw the line between all the instances and like, oh, it's a spiral. No, you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
Muppets from Space.
Oh, they do love that movie.
All the instances of "Are you there?" Now, this one says "Are you 3?" but we believe this to be a simple spelling error.
So yeah, Akari figures out how to cure Canon with the fucking nicotine patch.
Yep.
I forgot her name was Canon.
I love she like runs to Alan where he is. He just like lost a fight and just like, here, take this, I'll make you feel better. All right, okay, bye.
She figures out how to cure cancer, and that's cancer with a K.
Come on, guys, we need to fix the cannon.
Yeah.
The
cannon. We also got to see Alan hang out with the takoyaki lady a little bit.
Yeah, the grandma.
Wait, this was before she died.
Yep.
She fucking died. I was so sad. And then Alan finally like fully developed, and then he got the weird clothes, and then he never went anywhere the rest of the show.
Oh yeah, Alan's like, oh yeah, when I first came here and the sky was beautiful. I'm like, oh yeah, and the Blu-ray miniseries.
The Legend of Hero Alan.
Yeah, and he met like her when she was like a teenager, and it was fucking weird. So I remember seeing a young man that looked just like you back when I was younger.
So I kind of love
that was Pokemon Forever.
I love that the monster of the week that they fight in the back half of this episode, there's 2 different plane Ganmas, and I'm like, ha 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 ha, it's the Wright brothers, Orville and Redenbacher.
I loved that they had like finger guns. They're like, I was like, I eat that shit up. It's so good.
I know it's Orville and Wilbur. I was being a shit.
I was about to say, like, I was thinking of the epic rap battle of history, Wright Brothers versus the Mario Brothers. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm just thinking the Orville, like
Orville Redenbacher,
like the Seth MacFarlane show.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that might be a reference to them.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So yeah, we see Ghost. He does ghost things. Goes great.
He's going ghost.
He goes ghost.
We didn't get freaking Goemon Damashi this episode, and I was sad. It's my favorite.
Yeah, but so yeah, they kill the 2 plane Ganmas, and then they for plot reasons that this episode alone doesn't fully explain because you need context of the previous episodes. They go to Ganmo World, I guess, to save Makoto, who's in a box.
And then like,
He's
like
meant to the box.
So like Alan's sad because like he's like, oh, my dad's dead, and then like he gets like a message from his sister on his regular. Oh my god, my dad's alive.
Yeah, the like C plot of the episode is like Arya, whatever the fuck her name was, sneaking around Adele's palace, and Adele's like, don't you sneak around the forbidden areas, but she's like, gonna sneak, and then she finds out where their father Adonis has been held captive.
He's held in the prayer room.
Oh my god, I just noticed that all their names start with the letter A.
Yes.
Yeah, Alan, Adele, and Arya.
And Adonis.
I need quadruple A. What was their mother's name? Alice.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Do we even see their mom? I don't even remember.
Alexandria. A bitch.
And the episode ends with, I think that was one of the Gamizers waking up. Remember the Gamizers, the like super bosses?
Yeah. Oh, the white suit general dudes.
Makoto came back to life, and then they had like the other Makoto, and then we found out in the Spectre movie it was just he just was cloned like 100 fucking times.
Yeah.
Freaking Makoto
That was
has his
weird.
own clone saga.
It was a good movie. It just had problems.
So the episode after this, they find the Deep Spectre icon, but I don't think Deep Spectre debuts.
No, he debuted. He debuted
okay.
Because I remember episode 100. No, because I remember episode 102 when I came back on, because I wasn't there for episode 101. When I came back, it was Deep Spectre's debut.
Jesus Christ, Gar.
Sorry.
Also, I love the Ghost opening. That song is so fucking nice. It's so heartwarming.
All right. It's not my favorite out of these 4 episodes, but it's all right.
It felt awkward because it just sort of like, Gaim, there's like 2 or 3 scenes before the opening. ToQger, there's the opening scene before the opening. And then Ghost is just like, nope, opening.
Yeah, no, Ghost always opened with the opening.
Yep.
And then it goes, Ore ten Kujitakeru. It's like, shouldn't that come first? Have the cold open, then the opening?
Wasn't a big enough problem.
Really work.
All right.
Are you playing with the fan? Oh, come on. I was thinking about that. I'm like, is Lane going to do it?
Yeah, I used to do that every time. Cubes!
Zyuohger. It's so funny. I don't know if I ever pointed this out while they were airing, but it's really interesting to think that the 2 shows that aired side by side were the one themed around orbs and the one themed around cubes.
Huh. Yeah.
Right?
Also, we had Ultraman Orb that year, too. Huh.
And his whole gimmick involved rectangles. Wait.
Super Sentai Minecraft.
So this is primarily a Sarah-focused episode because she missed her family.
Yeah.
Oh, Zyuohger, you were a fantastic fucking Sentai. The suits were questionable. We got used to them. We adjusted. Not the greatest.
I love the Zyuohger suits, but when they like activate their Yasei Kaiho, they get weird. I get what they're doing, and
I remember you hated the fucking. You were like, they got fucking clip art.
Yeah, I feel like I probably did hate that at first, but now this far away from it, I'm kind of used to it. At least it's better than I think these are better than the ToQger suits.
It was nice to see Leo again. Fucking Zuo line remains to be my favorite yellow in all of Sentai. He's the best.
I remember watching this episode and I'm just thinking, man, we had it good back in 2016.
Did.
Because Q Ranger was bleh.
Yeah.
Fuck you! I love Q Ranger.
Lupin Pat, I got bored of. Ryu Soldier, fucking trash.
Excuse me? You got bored of Lupin Pat?
Lupin Pato was great.
That was amazing.
I got so bored of it.
I will say this: if ToQger did not exist, Lupin Pat would be my #1 favorite Sentai series. But now it is currently #2.
If ToQger didn't exist, neither would Castranger.
I don't know. I feel like we would have. I feel like we would have made
a podcast.
No.
No. I don't think. That's weird to think. If ToQger's Bonero didn't happen.
Well, no, this happened because like David impulsively was like, "Oh, we should make a podcast about this," and we were like, "Yeah." So we still owe David a lot for this, for his impulsiveness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is an episode basically where like it was like repeating, like they're in like a dream, and so they just keep like doing the same fight. So this was the episode that tested your fucking tolerance, or like whether you really liked the voice of the like the gear, the Zords and the gimmicks and stuff, or you did not. Thankfully, I did, because it's Brooks' voice actor from One Piece, so I loved just hearing Zyuohger.
Oh yeah, I love the power set voice, and you gotta, as much as annoying as the early half of this episode may have been, from a business perspective, you have to admire how much fucking budget they must have saved on this episode.
I just always loved seeing the cubes just fucking like combine. You just hear "Son, me, H."
I love the fucking like drum roll bit, that as if it was a fucking stage magic show,
like a glue gun circus.
I liked. Yeah, the glue gun circus came from Zyuohger.
Oh god.
130.
No, just you mentioning the cube spinning. All I remember is Bruno and Mia from MMPR Toys. They recreated that.
Oh, neat.
Took them forever.
By taking a drill, putting like green tape around it so that they can rotoscope it out, and like put like something on the cube so that it could just spin with the drill.
Neat.
Yep.
So the episode is about the monster of the week, Hana Yider, who is like a flower arrangement Death Galleon, who is growing a titanic underground monster named Cannibal Bulbo.
What a name for a fucking like monster of the week. Just Death Galleon.
Well, that was the name of their species.
No, I know. I'm like, wow, they're just Death Galleon.
It was from Death Game Alien.
That's right. Yeah, right.
Because their whole deal was they were hunting different races and making a game out of extincting them.
Yeah, so like I liked, because like we got Kubar, freaking Narya, which I saw her show up and she says the thing and I was like, oh, she's gonna figure that slot. Yeah. I remember what broke fucking Ichi was when we were talking about like the Zyuohger finale or something, or like it was like when Narya died and I was like, man, she didn't even get to figure her own slot, and it just Ichi fucking lost it.
Yeah,
I remember I was the one that edited that episode. I inserted a picture of Grieza over Ichi laughing because he kept peeking the mic. It sounded like Grieza from Ultra.
Yeah, no, because if you see Narya when she inserts the fucking like Genis cell coin or whatever like that, she like rubs her finger along the slot after she puts the fucking coin in. So
every time,
like, every time. So we made the joke like, oh, she's figuring the slot
every time,
every single time. I'm pretty sure Ichi memorized her whole like this is comprised of Genesis cells. Like
well, when she says it every fucking week, it's not hard.
Yeah, it's like when like Hirobi fucking spouted his catchphrase over Vice. We're like,
But yeah, so they go through fighting Hana Yider at least 3 times in the episode, and Sella starts hearing something cry out, which we later discover is Cube Mogura. And because of her super hearing, she ends up becoming aware that they're in a nightmare. We get this whole plot of Sella writing a letter to the family that she misses because it's her parents' anniversary.
Yeah, and then Yamato being like the big brain badass red that he fucking is, he's like, oh wait, I have like Sarah's brooch in my pocket, and so he like pokes himself with like the pin on the brooch or brooch and like wakes himself up, and then you actually see like blood on his hand because he poked himself. Holy shit.
I was like, ugh.
And yeah, so they all absorbed like a gas or something that like made them fall asleep, but apparently it's affecting Tusk the most because he's got like super smelling.
Yeah, like because they're all humans, each of them has a different heightened sense. So Sella's is hearing and Tusk's is smell. So they literally plug his nose with napkins.
Yeah, they plug his nose with tissues, and they're like, "Okay, Tusk, let's go." And he's like, "Ugh."
Got it.
I'm not sure if they did, but in the roll call, his voice sounds different, as if his nose was plugged.
I didn't notice myself, but if they did, that's genius and hilarious and absolutely appropriate. But I will say, seeing their henchman and roll call, like for both of these shows had such good fucking roll call sequences. This is what roll calls should be like.
Oh man, just like and you just like Savannah Oja.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
The world of the worlds, Zyuohger.
Yeah, we even got Zyuohger Gorilla, which I was happy to see. Yeah, sick shit.
And then they form a fucking cheerleader pyramid just so Gorilla can do his energy rocket punch.
I love that, like, Zyuohger Wild, because like they're using like the combination with Lion and Shark. He busts out a fucking gun. He just starts shooting him with the fucking gun. I was like, hell yeah.
Zyuohger King has the sword. Zyuohger Wild has the gun.
Yeah,
Go gadget gun.
And then he just keeps shooting like rocket fists.
It's so funny that like during the nightmare they use Zyuohger King 3 times, and then when they fight it for real, they're like, okay, fuck that. Pull out the other Megazord, please.
Zyuohger Wild's head still reminds me of Garnet.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we made that joke.
It does.
Yep.
Yeah, Zyuohger Wild's sick looking. I
owned it. I loved it.
Zyuohger mech toys fucking suck because they had no like articulation.
I still loved it.
Articulation. Like,
Zyuohger Wild is on my current wish list to have again. I would love to have that thing again.
You know what? If you want a fully articulated
Mini Plus,
like, go with the Mini Plus.
Yeah, no, I feel like the Mini Plus is like would do this so much justice. Their little definition of bricks. I know, but like, I honestly, I remember I bought Zyuohger King because I just wanted the cube lion because he was so fucking derpy looking.
I wonder if someone ever actually. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's just it. I remember we made him sit.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if anyone ever actually did mod Zyuohger shit into Minecraft.
Oh, someone had to. 100%.
Probably.
Or at least like designed the Zords in Minecraft out of mini blocks.
But yeah, it was nice hearing the Zyuohger opening again. That shit fucking slaps. So good. The visuals were all good. The ending, oh my fucking god. I remember the version where they like hired all the like fucking like 100 extras or something, and you just have all of these like fucking people in the background doing the dance with them. It was
for the summer movie.
Yeah.
That was for the summer movie.
Fucking sick.
And Doggy Torrent and Dementor from Geki Ranger were in the background.
Yeah, no, it's such a fun fucking dance to do, and just oh man.
But I will say, like, the villain plot is actually pretty genius and effective, and they almost get away with it. Like, and then like the flash forward that they have of like what happens if Cannibal Bulbo actually finishes growing and starts destroying the planet was actually pretty fucking terrifying.
And everyone around is sleeping.
Yeah.
Remember that we were happy that like their base was a giant space bow. We were like, I hope they fire the space bow, and they did. We were like, yeah,
yeah.
We're so happy.
Yeah,
Zold said jack shit this episode.
No, he had that one line about like, oh, where's the player?
I remember you hated him so much until they made him plot relevant, and you were like, okay, he's fucking amazing. I was like, wow.
Well, no. I didn't like how it was like a plot reveal like they did with Goemon and QAmon.
QAmon, yeah.
But then the way that they did it in Zyuohger, I was like, you know what? I am perfectly okay with this because I thought it was just going to be plot reveal and then he was going to be the main bad. And then it's like, nope, he is instantly killed. I'm like,
oh, yeah, it's like he remembered who he was.
I'm secretly a bigger deal than you thought.
Yeah, and Genis was just like, I cannot have this happen.
And then Genis stood up.
Oh man, every time the guy fucking stood up, we were like, uh-oh.
Genis is still one of the most terrifying and amazing villain designs.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, we also got this was the debut of Cube Mogura. They used Duo Break because the monster defends itself with a giant pot.
I remember when they had the giraffe that turned into a bazooka. That was cool.
Episode 3 of Zyuohger.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get the little post-episode denouement where they're like talking about their families. And I love how they like subtly foreshadow the whole deal with Yamato's parents, where they're like, "Hey, Yamato, what about your parents? Let's distract you with food and not talk about it yet."
Kimchi, bitch.
Right. You guys mentioned his parents. I'm like, well, his mom's dead. What's his dad? Right, his dad's a doctor and he doesn't like his son.
Because there was an episode where like his mom comes back to life or something temporarily, and then like Raven was like, "Wait, what day did this episode air?" We like told him, and he's like, "Oh, that's like a Japanese holiday where they like celebrate the dead." And I'm like, "Oh."
And then Q Ranger did it literally a year later with Kogawa's mom.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they turned the Mogra into a fucking pig.
All of the support cubes had alternate versions of them.
There's also exclusives in South Korea.
Yep, I remember that.
Like I think Bat had an owl one, Giraffe had a zebra one.
Freaking they changed.
I think the lion was a panda.
Oh no! Hands down, the best change that they did in South Korea was they changed whale into a freaking megalodon.
Oh yeah, the blue version of whale. Yeah. I fucking want it.
Holy shit, that's right.
I forgot about that. I want it.
It looks like it should turn to a gun.
Where's the robot mode for that?
Oh, Dodekaio. There it is.
Oh, there we go. That is not good.
It's fine.
So weirdly proportioned.
It works.
Remember when Yamato went Zyuohger whale and he blew a chunk out of the moon?
Yep.
Good times.
Remember when they teamed up with the Go-Kaigers?
Yep, that was a weird.
Oh god, I forgot their Ultra Zord just has the 8 cubes as legs and it looks awful.
Oh, in South Korea there are letters instead of numbers. Yep. That's right. Oh my fucking god.
Yep.
Zyuohger, man, you were something else.
And then you had Bandai of America on the door at Bandai of Japan be like, hey, you guys want to work on the next Super Sentai show with us so that we can turn it into Power Rangers? Oh yeah, sure, this will be great.
I'll get my stuff.
That's a good one.
I feel like Q Rangers, the Power Rangers adaptation would have popped off so hard.
So the episode that airs after this one is the one where Guinness finally gets involved with the combat. And I think that was the first gift robot.
Yep.
Shit.
Oh, right.
Remember Gift? Get infinitely fucked today?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Well, that just unlocked my brain. Jesus.
There you go.
And he killed a cat, too. The cat got evaporated in the force field. Just see it in the preview.
Remember Bunghole?
Yep. Bang Ray.
Yeah, Bunghole. Love Bunghole.
And then the Go-Kaigers show up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the fake Zord before Whale was announced.
Yeah, there was that one, and then the one that like we thought it was a bucket. It was like a bucket. You could
bucket of cubes.
Yeah. I'm sad we didn't get that.
I think it's supposed to be a turtle. It looked like a turtle.
Like a tortoise? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like turtles.
Oh, memories.
Oh man, this was nice going back to like just remembering like why we enjoyed these shows. Like I said, Ghost. I think Ghost we were a little too harsh on.
Yeah, I will say as I was watching the Ghost episode, I'm like, wow, this plot was kind of complex.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just like shit on it because everyone else was shitting on it.
It's the sheeple situation. If one person says it's bad and they tell 2 people that it's bad and those 2 people say that it's bad,
and they told 2 friends and they told 2 friends and so on and so on.
I feel that's why I say that there's a different feeling from watching it week to week and watching it when it's done. I'll fully admit it. If I watch X-Aid now, I'll probably have a different opinion on it.
Oh, that was me when like after Drive, I decided to rewatch all of Drive, and because I got to watch it like one episode in its entirety, it became my favorite Rider series of all time. So.
I think one of the biggest factors for reassessing Ghost is the fact that a lot of the best and most significant plot reveals are in the movies, especially the Spectre movie. So if you rewatch the series with the context of having watched that movie, I think you might enjoy the series a lot more.
Me and Ichi, I remember we talked about the Spectre movie. We enjoyed it, and Gar was just like, it was fucking sucked.
there were moments I liked about it, and then it was just like, I don't get it.
Yeah, you just didn't. Yeah, because we were trying to explain it to you how it worked, and you're like, nah, it sounds stupid.
I still think it's fucking hilarious that that's the one where Necrom debuts his brand new final form and then immediately loses with it.
It was cool suit, but it was so shit.
I didn't like the suit.
That was when I was still doing that Kamen Rider roleplay group, and I had a Spectre. And I had the Spectre powers for a character, and he was a mute. He never talked.
Spectre the Unexpected.
Well, like Sin Spectre was like they found a way of like the gods I had in that story were able to resurrect people.
And the Makoto's dad showed up, and he was Spectre as well.
Zero Spectre.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, and he was Fire Convoy. I'm like, no wait, that's the other dad written by Yuya Takahashi.
ToQger's dad was Yellow Lion or whatever from Live Man.
Right. And I also said Yuya Takahashi wrote Ghost. I'm like, no, that's not right. He wrote Exit 01 and Geats.
Yeah, no, the guy who wrote Ghost also wrote Saber, and he left halfway through both shows.
All right, well, we can wax nostalgic about everything we've talked about forever, but we need to wrap this up, I think.
I feel like this is what we need to do. If there's never
like once a year, just like go back, watch like a couple episodes. Like maybe next year we'll watch like an episode of X-Aid and Q Ranger, then an episode of like Build and Loop and Pad or something.
Or instead of like an episode each, we just pick a random show.
Watch 4 episodes of it.
That we've watched from the past. And we watch an episode of it, but here's the thing: we don't do it in order. We literally spin a wheel of like which episodes are we rediscussing.
I don't know about that. I think we want to talk about significant episodes. That way, we'll have a better time.
Yeah, we'll probably do that when there's like a break in superhero time.
Remember how last year we did this for Kamen Rider Outsiders?
Oh, we need to catch up on Outsiders.
Yeah,
that'll be soon.
It's on the list. We're doing it this year.
Speaking of the list, Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger. Oh, I'm so happy. Next week we're talking about episodes 5 and 6 of Sentai Daishikaku.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna go to like a work dinner next week, but then I found out that it was out of my way. It's gonna happen late at night. I have to pay for my own meal, and it's a restaurant I don't particularly care about. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna do Castranger instead.
I'd rather do something that I would enjoy.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I'd rather talk about Toku with my close friends. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Will we review Sentai Red Isekai when it's out? I'm more than happy to add it to the list whenever it happens.
I want to talk about Wingman when that's all done.
Well, you guys... Well, it's not really a review. It's more of a... analysis? What do we do? Oh, wait a minute. You said it in the script.
It's really hard to categorize what we do. It's hard... It's half reactionary comedy and half like critique.
Where is it? Because he wrote it down in the Ultra Ranger script.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it?
Anyways, while you find that, thank you all, everyone, for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our Castranger hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, merch store, Patreon, all of our cool shit. Let us know what you thought of these episodes. If you rewatched them with us, let us know what you thought in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the near future. Yeah, this was a very fun week. It was very nice to have a little nostalgia bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Did you find what you're looking for?
Yeah, I found it. Watch, examine, and review. So I guess it is a review in a sense.
Yeah, I understand why you would hesitate to call it a review, because typically most reviews are very formal and scripted and edited, and we are none of those things.
This is more of a watch, examine, and discuss.
Yeah, we're very off the cuff. Like, I make notes about the episodes just so we can remember all the significant talking points, but everything we do is fully unscripted.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, let me take that line back from the top. Yeah.
Oh man, there are still people that think Game Grumps is scripted, and that's crazy.
Editing? What's that? Something that pulls my hair out when I do Ultra Galaxy chat.
We've become so good at doing this show that I don't have the only quote unquote editing I ever have to do anymore is just adding the roll call sound, adding a fade in and a fade out, and then uploading the bitch. Except I think I actually do have to edit this episode because I have to edit out the part where I left in Green and Northcasters and all the wallpapers.
You also have to edit out this part that we're talking about right now.
Or, for laughs, I could leave both of them in. See you next week!
Could do that.
Stay
Bye,
Sentai.
everyone.